So, do they ask me questions? Are you guys asking me questions, or do I just talk? Oh, I just talk. Okay. Yeah, somebody needs to smarten me up with this stuff. Probably not the best time to have me talk, given that my eye is a mess. But I will say this. That's what I've wanted, even in losing. That's what I've wanted for at least the last 13 years, is to be able to come wrestle somebody like Okada in the Tokyo Dome. And despite losing, I couldn't be happier. But I think that's one of the things that I love about wrestling, is that, yeah, winning and losing matters, but you learn so much about yourself, and you learn so much about the person you're in the ring with just by going out there and fighting. And I'm gonna be honest, last time I wrestled Okada, I was a little disappointed that he tapped out. And I get it, because he had the G1 coming up, he had all these things, and he hadn't tapped out to anybody since Shinsuke Nakamura in 2015. And I was out there with a broken arm, and I didn't give up. And the feeling that I got with Okada tonight was 100% different. That was a fired up Okada. That's the Okada that I've always wanted to wrestle. That's the Okada that when you see him, he's the best guy in the world. And I can get in the ring, and as somebody who's I've thought I was the best wrestler in the world for a long time. But sometimes you get in the ring with somebody on a specific night at a specific place, and you're like, no, that guy's the best wrestler in the world. And that's all I've got to say. Thank you, guys. Thank you for just having me. I'm just thrilled to be back in Japan, and everybody's been so great. And so yeah, even though my eye is a mess, my body feels beat up. I'm beat up but happy. So thank you very much. Yeah. So, it was an interesting time, in 2004. It's hard to say, because New Japan Pro Wrestling has changed so much. That was deep in the era of Inokiism, and there was a lot, my first tour, I was on a tour with Boss Rutan and Joni Lauer and Bob Sapp and those kind of people, and it's very different. And I've been watching the whole show, and the crowd has been great for the whole show, and I think that there's a difference there. But I think in watching it from afar, watching the work that people like Tanahashi-san has done, and Okada has done, and all the main eventers, and all, from top to bottom, the juniors division, it's all improved so much since I was here in 2004. It's just it's a joy to watch. It's hard to say what it is, what New Japan Pro Wrestling is for me, because if I close my eyes and think, it feels like a dream. Because when I started pro wrestling, this is the place I always wanted to be. This is the place where my heroes came and wrestled and learned their craft. And a lot of them, especially the Americans or the Canadians, they came over here, they learned how to be great wrestlers here, and then they went over to America. My dream was always to come over here, learn to be a great wrestler, and stay here and be a great wrestler. It just didn't turn out that way. That said, I've been very happy with my career, but just seeing it and being here now, yeah, it just feels like a dream, something I've wanted, ever since I was a kid. Yep. Thank you guys.
まあこうやってとりあえず一つ歌詞をね返しただけなので、まあこれで終わるようなそんな寂しいプロレス界ではないと思いますんで、また何回もやってほしいなと思いますし、ね、AEW でもやったし、ね、新日本のリングでもやったし、どこでも胸を張れるカードだと思いますんで、本当に2024年一発目素晴らしい戦いができたと思いますし、本当に、まあ、当たり前なんですけれども、当たり前じゃないあの歓声に今日はとても救われた気がしました。本当にまたギブをしてもおかしくないようなサブミッションでしたし、まあでも本当に歓声ってすごい届いたんで最高でした。まあまたいいスタート切れましたんで、またプロレス界が盛り上がるように2024年もしっかりやっていきたいと思います。ありがとうございました。